I'm good.
Okay, so one thing we've noticed with Delia after having her for 3 weeks is that she is a lot more receptive to being ground tied than she is to being tied to a post. Ground tying is something that as a handler takes a lot of time and attention, but it's a good thing to practice. So we're going to go over the steps of ground tying. So the first thing you do obviously is have a secure halter. You can either use this halter or the rope halter. And you want to make sure you have a breakaway just in case the horse steps on it, or if it's a rope halter that you're confident it's going to stay on. So when a horse is ground tied, we expect them to stand still with their feet anytime the rope is loose, particularly when it's touching the ground. So you see how my rope is touching the ground? This is not Pony Club approved, but this is natural horsemanship approved. So when she's standing with the rope touching the ground, she should stand still. If she doesn't, we're going to wiggle the rope at her until she steps back, either to the spot she was or backwards, and assumes the same standing position she had before. So she doesn't get to move forward and stop. She either has to move back and stop or put her foot back in the spot that it was before. Good, Mary. The second she moves it back, we release the rope and let it touch the ground again, but we hold on to it so that we're ready to correct her if we need to. Right now she's being very good, so we're going to give her some praise. Always give the praise at the shoulder instead of the face. If she brings her face around, that's okay, but you don't want to praise her at the head. You want to praise her at the shoulder. Good pony. Yes, thank you. I want her to give me my space too. Back up. Back up. And hope. Good. So once the horse is ground tied, you can do lots of things from here. You can groom your horse from here while they're standing and practice standing while you groom. You can also tack up your horse, which is what we're going to do today. So I'm going to move her head a little closer to the saddle. Might not be great to light, but that's okay. You'll get the idea. All right, so now I'm close enough to the saddle that she can stay ground tied, and I can move it where I need to. So she's going to stand here. Oh. Anytime she thinks about moving, she gets to flip, and then it goes right back to the ground, so it's not pulling. I grabbed my saddle pad, put it on, give her a little praise for standing. Ooh. Now I'm going to grab my saddle back up. Oh, she took a step, so we're going to ask her to take a step back. Back up. And the rope goes on the ground. And she took a step forward, so we're going to take a step back. Rope goes on the ground. Hope. Good there. Just stand. All right. The nice thing about the rope being on the ground is that you can move it a little, and it doesn't really affect her until you get to the wiggle phase. Take a step back. Good there. Oh. All right. Back up. And ho. Good there.
Do you want me to grab your girth or is it okay?
And stand. Oh.
Good.
Good pony. Good stand. All right, so when we do the girth, we put it really low on the left side of the horse. We make sure our saddle's in the right position. Then when we go to the right side of the horse, we can buckle it up tight enough to hold the saddle in place while we walk. Good there. That way, when we get down to the arena, we only have to tighten one side of the girth. Head up. Pony does not get to eat while she's ground tied, even if there's grass. Okay. And stand. Again. And all it takes is a flick of the rope to remind her where her head belongs. All right. Homer. All right, now watch this. We can do boots as well. Good stand, Delia.
No, I don't have anything for you.
Oh, mare.
Good girl.
Good stand. I guess that's true. There is a second person. I don't know why she's struggling a little. Good pony. What a nice stick. Back up. Back up. And see, I can adjust her from any position. I was bent over there, but she got immediate feedback that she wasn't supposed to step up. And then the rope went flat on the ground as soon as she stopped. There's 4 boots. And our last thing, stand, mare. Oh, good girl. Oh. Good stand. Once you get the reins over her head, you can let go of that rope because you know that you're close. And then we pony club, halter around her neck. Good mare.
She's very good about that. So good.
All right. And that is how you tack your horse up ground tied. And you can stop.